Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's merchandising video, I wanted to do a video of how to practice merchandising skills at home. So we're just gonna go through it and see what you guys would like to try. So the first thing I'm gonna point out is doing merchandising at home, which is the basis, obviously, of this video, but also if you guys just saw my last video, I created a mock display for women's clothing in my living room, which was super cool. I didn't really ever think that I would do something like that for a video or just in general, but it was super, super fun. So if you guys are able to and just kind of move things around, take pictures, that would also be a really great way to build your portfolio. If you were trying to get a job as a merchandiser for the first time, or just in general, this would be so perfect to just kind of get the juices flowing, see what you can come up with, putting things together, taking little pictures of it. It would be so good for your portfolio. If you want to build one, this would be great. The second one is to watch fashion design shows or other creative shows like that. I binge watched Next in Fashion, and I love shows like that. I would highly recommend it, just like Project Runway or whatever, because you're watching people that are being challenged to do this sort of challenge with very minimal time or tools or whatever. And I think that's relative to merchandising as well, because you can relate to their time crunch and their vision, and I think it's just really fun. So I would suggest that. I liked it a lot. The next thing I have, it feels almost like an old pastime, is to look at magazines for fashion trends. I don't know if anybody still looks at magazines. I do occasionally, not as much as I used to, but it's so much fun. Why not pick up a couple magazines? You know, you can flip through it, you can cut it out, and then turn it into like a craft night, create a mood board. It could be so fun. Main priority is to keep the creative juices flowing and not let that side of you rest. Really, you want to keep that part operating really well. Simple, cheap. All this stuff is like free or really cheap to do, so that's awesome too. The next thing I have on my list is something I do frequently as well, is to look at displays on Pinterest, because if you're new to the merchandising world, it is so easy to get a feel for like what your kind of style or aesthetic could be as a merchandiser, or if you've been a merchandiser for a while and you just kind of are looking for inspiration, it's a great way. I post a bunch of merchandising stuff on my Pinterest feed as well, so you guys are more than welcome to follow me if you want. The next thing on my list is to jot down seasonal ideas. I don't know about you guys, but during these past couple weeks, I've been thinking of happier times, and I really miss fall. Like, I cannot wait for it to be fall again. I miss like pumpkins and orange leaves and like spooky things and stuff like that. So it got me thinking about like fall time displays, and I love doing fall time displays so much. So I was thinking like, oh my gosh, that's like something to look forward to, you know, when everything's up and running again, and to look at all these like cool displays for the different seasons changing. That would be a fun thing to do, is brainstorm like, oh, okay, summer's coming up, fall's coming up, and just kind of come up with ideas on ways you could execute your product with the season, because I think that's just such easy beginner step to creating whatever display you want. I think seasons really give you the backbone for it. It makes you think more futuristically, and I think that'll kind of uplift your spirits too in a way. All these things are so free and cheap. I love it. These are great ideas. I didn't even notice that until right now while I was reading through it. Redecorate a room. That is just like such a great thing to do. Moving things around, hanging up paintings, moving the bed around, like whatever room that you're doing, I think it's just awesome, because that's a perfect example. Like, I feel like merchandising is very similar to decorating. You're moving things around how you want it to be displayed. So redecorating a room, it's like you have all the time. You could have a room in your house or like an area in your apartment that you're not completely satisfied with. Move some shit around, like get the juices flowing, see what you can create, do stuff like that. Take pictures when you're done. If you do anything physical and you're putting displays together, whether you're creating mock display, redecorating your room, whatever it may be, take pictures, keep it as a portfolio, because, you know, even if you're not a merchandiser, I think that's a really great way to start. So you do have some photos, even though you might not have the job experience. Who knows when we're ever going to get this kind of time again, you know? Like, take advantage of it. You have all this time off, do what you can. Last thing on my list is similar to redecorating a room, and that would be reorganizing your closet. Again, you could easily like do a color scheme, do neutrals to blacks, fold shirts, do whatever you need to do with whatever your closet looks like, move it around, shuffle it around, make it cool, and then take photos of that as well. I think it's great. You guys don't have to take photos of it, you know, I just think it's a really good idea. If you're doing something at home that you're really proud of and you're able to take photos and keep them for a portfolio, or to show them to potential bosses, or to build your Instagram feed, or to post on LinkedIn, whatever it may be, I think it's just such a great opportunity. So when you guys are doing these things and you're really proud of how a project turns out that you thought you were just kind of doing for fun, take a picture of it. You never know. Like when I did this mock-up display in the living room. I took a bunch of pictures of it because I really liked the way it turned out. All right, you guys, so that's gonna be the end of this video. Those were simple ways that you can keep the merchandising alive. I will make sure to leave all my normal links down in the description box below. I always link my Instagram, Pinterest, blog, everything down below, and I will also include the link for the YellowBrick school I always talk about. If you are interested in continuing your education with the fashion industry, that is a great online school. If you have free time right now and you're interested, I will link it down below. That is where I got my certificate from. So I will leave that all down below. I will see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.